Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night with a sharp pain in your leg? Or maybe you were walking across the room and suddenly had to stop and hold onto something because your leg muscles just tightened up out of nowhere. If that's happened to you, even once, you're definitely not alone. These sudden leg cramps can be painful, frustrating, and sometimes even a little scary, especially as we get older. You might be thinking, why does this keep happening now that I'm in my 60s or 70s? It didn't used to be this way. That's a fair question, and a common one. The truth is, our bodies change as we age. The muscles that used to bounce back after a long day now need a little more care. And sometimes, the reason behind those cramps is something many people overlook: missing vitamins. That's right, not just a lack of stretching or hydration, but actual nutrients your body needs to keep your legs strong, your muscles relaxed, and those awful cramps far, far away. In this video, we're going to talk about the 7 most important vitamins your body needs to keep your legs moving, stable, and pain-free. These are simple, natural, and often overlooked ways to improve your leg strength and stop those sudden cramps before they even start. Let's start with one that often surprises people: vitamin D. You've probably heard about vitamin D for your bones, right? But did you know it's just as important for your muscles? When your body doesn't get enough vitamin D, and this is very common in older adults, it can actually cause your muscles to weaken over time. That includes the muscles in your legs. Weak muscles mean your body has to work harder just to do the things you used to do easily, like standing up from a chair, climbing a few stairs, or taking a walk around the block. And when those muscles are working overtime but not getting the support they need, that's when cramps can strike. Many seniors today spend more time indoors, which means they're not getting as much natural sunlight, our main source of vitamin D. So it's no surprise that low vitamin D levels are more common than ever. But the good news is, it's easy to fix. You can start by spending a little more time in the morning sun, maybe 15 minutes a day. And of course, talk to your doctor about whether a supplement might be right for you. Now, let's talk about another unsung hero for your legs: magnesium. If vitamin D is the light switch that helps your muscles work, magnesium is the wiring behind the walls. It helps muscles contract and relax properly, keeps nerves firing the way they should, and even helps you sleep better, which is when many cramps tend to sneak up on us. Low magnesium levels are a well-known trigger for muscle cramps. If your legs feel tight, twitchy, or just plain worn out, it could be your body's way of saying, "I need more magnesium." The beauty of magnesium is that it's found in so many delicious, everyday foods. Think leafy greens like spinach, a handful of almonds or pumpkin seeds, or even a nice bowl of oatmeal. All of these can give your muscles exactly what they're craving, without any strange pills or powders. And here's a little tip that might surprise you. Some people find that taking a warm bath with Epsom salts, which are rich in magnesium, helps soothe tired leg muscles and prevent nighttime cramps. It's like giving your legs a spa treatment, and who doesn't enjoy a little relaxation? But let's not stop there. There's another vitamin that's crucial for both your nerves and your muscles, and that's vitamin B12. If you've ever felt tingling, numbness, or weakness in your legs, especially when standing or walking, you'll want to pay close attention to this one. Vitamin B12 helps keep your nerve endings healthy and makes sure your brain can properly talk to your muscles. When B12 levels drop, which happens more often in seniors because of how our digestion changes with age, it can lead to nerve damage, muscle fatigue, and, you guessed it, cramps. Now, here's the tricky part. A B12 deficiency doesn't always scream out loud. It can creep in slowly with small signs, like feeling more tired, a little dizzy, or unsteady on your feet. Many people think it's just part of getting older. But in many cases, it's not. It's something you can correct, and when you do, you may be shocked at how much better your legs, and your whole body, feel. B12 is mostly found in animal products: meat, fish, eggs, dairy. So if you're someone who eats less of those, or your body just isn't absorbing nutrients the way it used to, you might need a supplement. But again, this is something simple you can talk to your doctor about, and they can help you find what works best for you. Now that we've talked about the role of vitamin D for muscle strength, magnesium for preventing tightness, and vitamin B12 for keeping your nerves and muscles in sync, you're already beginning to understand how powerful these nutrients really are. And the best part? You don't need to turn your life upside down to get more of them. These vitamins are already in foods you might be eating, or just one small habit away from becoming part of your daily routine. Now that you've seen how vitamin D, magnesium, and B12 all play key roles in keeping your legs strong and cramp-free, let's keep the momentum going. Because there are still a few more vitamins your body may be quietly asking for, and once you give it what it needs, those moments of sudden discomfort might just become a thing of the past. Let's talk about something that often gets overlooked, vitamin E. You may think of it mainly as the skin vitamin, right? But here's the thing, vitamin E is also a powerful antioxidant that helps improve circulation. And when it comes to your legs, good circulation is everything. Imagine your muscles as little engines. They need a steady flow of oxygen and nutrients to work smoothly. If that flow is slow or blocked, those muscles can get tired faster, seize up, or cramp suddenly, especially when you're sleeping or sitting too long. What makes vitamin E really interesting is how it protects the walls of your blood vessels. As we age, those vessels can get less flexible, making it harder for blood to flow easily through our legs. That's where he steps in. It helps those vessels stay healthy, and that means your muscles get what they need, when they need it. Some seniors who add more vitamin E to their diets find their legs don't feel as heavy, and they can walk longer without that dragging sensation. You'll find this vitamin in foods like sunflower seeds, almonds, avocados, and even spinach. And the best part? These aren't hard to find ingredients. You can throw some seeds into your salad, or have a slice of avocado on whole grain toast, a small bite that gives your legs a big boost. Now, we can't talk about blood flow and muscle function without mentioning another major player, potassium. Now I know what you might be thinking, isn't that what bananas are for? Yes, and you're absolutely right. Bananas are famous for their potassium content, and for good reason. Potassium helps balance fluids in your body and works closely with magnesium and calcium to regulate muscle contractions. When your potassium is low, your muscles can get out of sync, they tighten, twitch, and even cramp up unexpectedly. Think of potassium as the traffic controller for your muscles. It helps make sure that signals between your brain and your body are moving smoothly. If those signals are off, your muscles react in strange ways, which is often what causes those nighttime leg cramps so many older adults struggle with. And here's something worth noting, as we get older, some common medications, like diuretics for blood pressure, can actually lower potassium levels. That means even if you're eating a decent diet, you could still end up with a shortage. So it's a good idea to pay extra attention to how you feel. Are your legs feeling weak, cramping more often, or just a little off? It might be time to bring more potassium-rich foods into your life. Besides bananas, there are lots of great sources of potassium. Sweet potatoes, beans, yogurt, and even coconut water are all fantastic options. And again, these are simple swaps, no fancy recipes or expensive supplements required. Now, speaking of working together, potassium doesn't do its job alone. Calcium is another critical piece of the puzzle. We often think of calcium just in terms of bone strength, and yes, it absolutely keeps your bones solid and sturdy. But it also plays a big role in muscle contractions. When your muscles contract, whether you're walking, stretching, or standing, calcium helps kickstart that motion. Without enough calcium, your muscles can misfire or struggle to relax fully afterward, which often leads to those tight, painful cramps. You might have noticed that a lot of seniors start to experience more muscle issues after their 60s or 70s, and at the same time, many of them are also told their calcium levels are dropping. That's not a coincidence. As our bodies age, we tend to absorb less calcium from food. And in women especially, the postmenopausal drop in estrogen can speed up bone and calcium loss. But the good news is you can take action. Calcium-rich foods like dairy, leafy greens, and even fortified plant-based milks can make a real difference. It's not about changing everything overnight, it's about those small, consistent steps that add up. A little more spinach here, a little more yogurt there, and suddenly your muscles and bones are getting the nourishment they need. It's funny, isn't it? We often go through life thinking muscle cramps are just a part of getting older, that there's something we have to put up with. But once you understand how much of it comes down to simple nutrients that are already in foods we enjoy, it feels more like something you can take charge of. It's empowering to realize your legs don't have to feel weak or unpredictable. You don't have to dread standing up or walking across the room. You can support your body with the right fuel, just like you would an old car that still has a lot of good miles left in it. It just needs the right oil, the right gas, and a little extra care. Now that we've looked at how vitamin E supports circulation, potassium keeps muscles balanced, and calcium ensures smooth muscle movement and strong bones, it becomes clear that there's a whole team of vitamins working together for your leg health. And when you start feeding your body these essentials regularly, you may notice more than fewer cramps. You might find yourself walking longer, standing taller, and moving with a confidence you didn't feel just a few weeks ago. By now, you've probably started seeing how each of these vitamins isn't just helpful, they're essential. When your muscles ache, cramp, or feel like they're just not keeping up with you the way they used to, there's often a deeper reason than just getting older. Your body is trying to tell you something. And when you start listening, really listening, you can make powerful changes. Let's take a look at a vitamin that doesn't get nearly as much attention as it should, vitamin B1, also called thiamine. If you've ever felt like your legs are heavy, clumsy, or just not quite connected to what your brain is trying to tell them, B1 might be the missing piece. It helps your nervous system function properly, and without enough of it, nerve signals can slow down or get confused. Imagine trying to talk to someone on a bad phone line. Your words break up, they don't hear you clearly, and you end up frustrated. That's a lot like what happens when your nerves aren't getting enough thiamine. Your muscles still want to move, but the message just isn't coming through clearly. Over time, this can show up as weakness, tingling, or yes, those dreaded leg cramps that seem to come out of nowhere. And here's something many people don't know. Low B1 is surprisingly common in older adults, especially those with diabetes, high alcohol intake, or poor appetite. And the symptoms can be subtle, a little numbness here, a little unsteadiness there. But the great news is, once you boost your B1 levels, many people notice their legs start to wake up again. Good food sources include peas, whole grains, pork, and even some breakfast cereals. You don't need a huge change to get enough. Just a few mindful additions to your plate each day can help your nervous system do its job more effectively. Now let's not forget another essential, vitamin C. You might be wondering, what does vitamin C have to do with my legs? More than you'd think. While most people associate it with immune health, vitamin C is also vital for repairing and maintaining healthy connective tissue, the stuff that holds your muscles, tendons, and joints together. As we get older, the body's ability to repair these tissues slows down, especially if we're not getting enough of the right nutrients. That's where vitamin C steps in. It plays a big role in producing collagen, which helps keep your muscles strong and your joints flexible. Weak connective tissues can lead to stiffness, limited range of motion, and yes, muscle strain or cramps. Think about the last time you stood up after sitting for a while and your knees didn't want to straighten, or your calves felt tight. That might not just be aging, it could be that your tissues aren't getting the support they need. And vitamin C, often found in fruits like oranges, strawberries, and bell peppers, helps your body bounce back. Plus, C also boosts the absorption of iron, which keeps your muscles oxygenated and energetic. That's a win-win for your legs. So, next time you reach for a snack, grab a handful of berries or an orange slice. Your body will thank you. And finally, let's talk about vitamin B6, the quiet helper behind the scenes. This vitamin works closely with others, especially B12 and B1, to keep your nerves and muscles working in harmony. It supports neurotransmitters, those little chemical messengers that make sure your brain and muscles are having a clear conversation. When you're low on B6, you might notice more than cramps. You might feel sluggish, a little shaky, or even experience pins and needles sensations. It's easy to brush off these little annoyances, but they're often early signs that your muscles and nerves need some extra attention. You can find B6 in foods like chicken, salmon, potatoes, and fortified cereals. And just like the other vitamins we've talked about, it's not about overloading on supplements. It's about finding simple, whole foods that give your body what it's quietly been asking for. So let's take a breath and bring it all together. Strengthening your legs, preventing those awful, sudden cramps. It's not just about stretching or drinking more water. It's about giving your body the tools it needs to do the job right. From vitamin D and magnesium helping with muscle relaxation, to B1 and B6 supporting your nerves, and vitamin C strengthening your connective tissue, each piece plays its part. You don't have to take them all at once, and you don't have to turn your life upside down. Just 1 or 2 small changes, a banana here, a handful of almonds there, a glass of milk with dinner, can add up to something powerful over time. The beauty of this journey is that you're not just fighting cramps. You're building strength. You're claiming more freedom, more confidence in your steps, more energy when you get out of bed in the morning. You're giving your legs and your whole body the care it truly deserves. So, if you've ever felt like your legs were betraying you, or if you've ever woken up in the middle of the night grabbing your calf in pain, know that you're not alone and you're not helpless. You've got options. You've got knowledge. And now, you've got a path forward. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Have you noticed a difference when adding certain foods or vitamins into your diet? What's worked for you? Your experience could help someone else who's struggling too. And if this video helped you or gave you a few ideas to try, give it a thumbs up. It really helps the channel grow and reach more people who need this kind of information. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. We've got more simple, practical tips coming to help you feel better and live stronger every single day. Thanks for spending this time with me. I hope you walk away from this video not just with information, but with inspiration. Your body is capable of more than you think, and your best years can still be ahead. Here's to strength, to health, and to legs that carry you with pride, no matter your age.